So we're introducing Kyle Hudson. Kyle Hudson's a key volunteer on the campaign. So how you doing today, Kyle?
Awesome.
Okay. So Kyle, you're a graduate of Oakland schools. Where'd you graduate?
Oakland High,
Oakland High.
2005. Let me get that correct.
Okay. And you told me that there were some programs that kept you in school where other people maybe wouldn't have finished. What were those programs?
Project SOAR was #1 program for me in high school. That was intertwined with a mentor we had from higher learning in middle school, and the program was for African Americans or children of other ethnicities that went to our school. It was Simba. So it
Simba.
taught the meaning of what it meant to be an African American or to have ethnic essentials to the African culture.
So how did that keep you in school?
Well, it was always given to kids like us at our age that the education was key. Not only education, but why education was key. And the reason why is because what we meant to our communities. Our mentors always spoke of what we meant to our communities as the people that we were. So we were mostly African American students. So what we meant to our community, what image we had to uphold, and what it meant to finish school.
Mm-hmm. Which you did do.
Yes.
So you have a high school degree from
Oakland High.
And you're currently studying
Business administration.
where?
Chabot College.
Okay, so add all that together, why are you supporting the Macleay for school board campaign? Why are you supporting my campaign?
The essentials that Don Macleay would have for any student going through the OUSD and facing the current situation now. The situation now is very different from when I grew up through the Oakland Unified School District. The programs that was catered to the children that were in low income, the resources that were available to them at the rec centers.
Are you saying there's less resources now?
Yes, there are less resources. I've had the Saleys have worked at the park and recreations for 20 plus years, and they have kindly been kicked out of the parks and recreation centers because of their dedication to the students that come through there and need the support, and the recreation centers and the parents need that support in recreation centers, and they need those key mentors that cater to the problem students that need a little extra love after school, or if replacing what they're not getting. So people like that have awareness on how a system can change for the worse, especially when those programs or resources are supposed to be there for the better.
The program you were telling us about, the Simba program, does it still exist?
No.
What happened?
It's probably morphed into another program. They probably have programs that compare to.
Mm-hmm.
I've heard of the African American Achievement Program through that school, OUSD, but I'm pretty sure the hands-on mentoring is not there like it was when I was there.
So when you were there, it was better. Tell me, how many of your fellow students graduated?
I would say the ones that went through the programs, at least 90% of them graduated.
What about the general population?
Of the kids that went to my school,
How many just dropped out altogether?
that I would say at least 40%.
And then of the ones that stayed, how many actually walked and got the diploma?
I would give that. Yeah, that went through our school that had that would be at least like 40%. If that, it was mostly black females that I've known for a long time, or that went through the neighboring middle schools that we went through.
Were you going to school with Latinos, whites, Asians?
Yes.
Did they have a higher graduation rate?
Yes, they did.
Okay. Now, I've been proposing bringing a lot more electives into the schools at the lower grades and talking about life preparedness skills, things such as learning how to handle a bank account, economic skills, getting your identification card, learning the ABCs of being an adult in the economy. Would any of that have interested you? Would it have been different for you?
Yes, it would have. Those are the same teachings that my father spoke of when he was going through school, and that was not there when I was going to school. I was, granted that my K through third grade, I wasn't there as much because of my suspension rate, but past that, those are values that I wasn't even taught in the economics class that I had. Taught nothing of what a high school student needed to learn. So those are values that entrench people in the community like my father, who know of education, know what it would mean to a person of one degree versus the other. Yeah, those are key values that I wish I could have. But they should be brought back to the school, because that lets me know the mindset that one has to tailor towards kids in need.
Okay, I've been talking about vocational ed. Would you have appreciated a class like that or a program like that?
Yes.
A job training program?
Yes. Benefits would have been remarkable right either after graduation, especially in my household for my brother and my sister. I was one to graduate and one to go on. They did not graduate. My brother was in the 90% or the 10% that went through the program and didn't graduate. My sister, kind of sort of the same deal with her, but she didn't have that program through OUSD. Yeah, so those programs would have at least gave them a skill and not let them linger through life after high school, between college, not knowing what to do, where I need to find myself, something to tailor to something that they already have that they learned in school. They can go get a job in that and probably exceed or excel.
What would you have liked to have learned as a skill?
I would have liked to learn something with mechanics. I've always wanted to work with my hands. I always was in the little bike club. I want something with a machine. Something would have been cool, because that's what we did. We rode bikes around Oakland.
So right now you're going to college at Chabot.
Yes.
You're also working. What are you doing for a living?
I am a security guard. I have my guard card. I am a truck driver for a company that delivers stage equipment or sets up stage equipment, and I am currently pending to be a Uber driver here.
Not to mention you're a volunteer on this campaign.
Oh, well, I thought we was talking about pay.
No, I'm just...
Yes, work.
Well, it's work on the campaign, right?
Yeah, well, volunteer is something that I willingly give my time, so I don't look at it as work.
So what are you doing there? What are you doing for the campaign?
Social media is my focus. I'm trying to tie in hot topic conversations that generates a dialogue between the problems and the resources that the students have here in OUSD, because I do have 4 cousins going through OUSD, 2 of them that I talk to fairly often. So I know of the problems, and I know that they're coming from low-income situations, on top of the mental stability that they have, and a number of factors. So trying to tie in that through social media. And
so any final words for us about schools, about life, about anything?
My final words would be a person who dedicates themselves to the core of problem students. Not problem students meaning they have a problem with them, but there's a problem in helping them exceed through OUSD economically, a problem in the mental field, any of those situations that could prohibit a child from learning. There's a problem. So a person who wants to spend their time and understand what resources is needed for that community is a person that should be elected.
Okay, suppose I got elected. What resources would you want me to go fight for on that board?
That would be the resources that I had, that I know that I need, and that was after school programs. There should not be a program or a rec center that offers a number of skills for any child that goes there, and they have to come out of the pocket and pay for that. There's no reason why my parents should pay for that if it's extracurricular, if there's extra materials that's needed, yes, there can be other things that children could do. But after school programs or things that cater to students' time after school is something that needs to be paid for.
Well, thank you, Carl.
You're welcome.